Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to jump into something pretty big from Robin Sharma's book, The Wealth Money Can't Buy. It completely flips the script on what success means and gives us a new way to think about living our richest possible life.
All right, so let's dive right in by tackling a huge misconception. Most of us are basically raised to believe that wealth equals money, right? But Sharma says, hold on, that's just an illusion. To make his point, Sharma tells this incredible story about a client of his, a world-famous billionaire. And after they'd talked for hours about his amazing life and business empire, this is what it all boiled down to.
On the outside, this guy had everything you could dream of. He's in his early 40s, but he looks exhausted. A garage full of Ferraris, a huge entertainment empire, but he was totally cut off from any real human connection. And this story just gets right to the heart of the problem. When you only chase money, the win can feel completely empty.
So if a garage packed with sports cars isn't the real prize, then what is? Well, Sharma introduces this whole new framework, and he calls it the 8 forms of wealth. This is where real abundance comes from.
And that really brings us to the core question of his entire book. What does a truly rich life even look like?
And here it is. This is the big idea, the blueprint. Sharma breaks down true wealth into 8 different areas. You've got growth, that's about always learning. Wellness, your physical and mental health, which is huge. Family, the strength of your relationships. Craft, becoming a master at what you do. Then there's money, but think financial freedom, not just piling it up. Community, that feeling of belonging. Adventure, you got to have new experiences. And finally, service, giving back to something bigger than yourself. He groups all these into 3 main pillars that we're about to unpack.
It all kicks off with this first pillar, your inner world. Think of it like the foundation of a house. If this isn't solid, nothing else you build on top of it will be. You've got to master yourself first.
Wow. This quote just hits you, right? It perfectly nails the first form of wealth, wellness. Because without your health, all the money and success in the world mean absolutely nothing.
And check this out, because what's so cool about this slide is how it shows the direct domino effect. When your health is better, you have more energy. More energy means you're way more productive. And that productivity lets you deliver incredible value in your field. And what happens when you create more value? You get a higher income. It's this amazing chain reaction.
Okay, next up, let's move to that second pillar, worldly wealth. This is all about how we show up in the outside world, and it focuses on 2 things, our work, which Sharma calls our craft, and our finances.
This is a really critical mindset shift he talks about, moving from being just a passive consumer to becoming an active creator. Sharma says every empire maker makes the things the majority consumes. You see, real worldly wealth comes from producing value, not just from buying stuff.
So you're probably asking, okay, how do I actually become a world-class creator? Well, this is the formula. It's not about working harder. It's about investing exponentially in your own skills. When your abilities grow, your rewards grow with them. It's that simple.
And this just illustrates that point perfectly. Look at this timeline. We live in this world that's all about now, right? Instant results. But true mastery, the kind that lasts, takes time. This cathedral wasn't built in a year or even 100 years. It's a huge monument to patience.
But here's the thing, you can have all the inner peace and worldly success you want, but the whole picture is still missing something without this final pillar, relational wealth. This is about our family, our friends, our community, the human connection that makes it all worthwhile. 50 years. Just let that sink in for a second. 50 years. That's how much time 2 brothers who used to be best friends completely lost. They didn't talk for half a century, all because of a fight their own father couldn't even remember. Just think of all the memories they missed out on.
So how do we avoid that kind of heartbreaking regret? Sharma suggests we make these small, regular deposits into what he calls our love account. It's about actually creating those perfect moments, telling people you're grateful, giving more hugs. These little things build up over time into really strong, deep relationships. And this is such a great story. The leader of a really tough-looking motorcycle gang said this to Sharma's mom. She just walked right up to them and asked them to slow down for her grandkids. And you know what? They did. Then she baked them cookies. It's just a perfect reminder that you can find community and kindness absolutely anywhere.
Okay, so we've looked at all 3 pillars, inner wealth, worldly wealth, and relational wealth. Now, let's pull it all together and figure out how we can actually use this blueprint in our own lives.
So here's the bottom line. The big takeaway from all of this is that chasing just one thing, like money,
while letting everything else fall apart. Your health, your family, your passion, that's just a recipe for disaster. Real, lasting wealth is about having a balanced portfolio across all 8 of these key parts of life.
And that leaves us with one last question to really chew on. A really powerful one. Are you living a life that would make that kid you used to be proud? That question gets right to the heart of what it really means to be wealthy.